So this probably ain't new to any of y'all. You know the story of Jonah and the whale. Well, Lord showed me something in the scripture verses and about something about us, like how we, as believers, sometimes we want to point the fingers like everybody else around us. It's their problem and it's not ours. When sometimes it is our problem because we've been disobedient to God and what He's asked us to do. So Jonah gets on this disobedience trail after God had told him to go to the very city he never wanted to go to rescue the people because he needed Jesus. And he's like, I'm not. So he gets on this boat with a bunch of people. They have it stocked up. A big storm hits and they start, taking in water and the boat's starting to sink. People are like, we got to start throwing stuff overboard. And they start with the least valuable things and they start getting to the stuff that's more. We're like, we got nothing else to throw over. And Jonah's like, you know what? For a split second, he's like, I think the problem's me. I'm the problem. And he ends up telling them, and he goes overboard, and that's where the big fish comes and gets him and spits him up on the shore. But what I'm trying to say here is that Jonah, if he just would have did what God asked him to do, that's it. Like, just would have been obedient. God would have saved that city, and Jonah would have been, never had to go through the ridicule, never would have had to been thrown off a boat. But through that lesson, I think that some of us believe that we don't have to make right a reconciliation. I believe there's a scripture verse in the Bible that talks about that if you offend your brother or you offend somebody, you're supposed to go above and beyond to make it right. And I think it's lacking in the body. I think it's lacking. I mean, I've seen more reconciliation happen by people that don't even know who Jesus is than I've, I don't understand where we've got to a place where if we just don't act like it ever happened, we just don't worry about it. I don't think that's right. Like, we should make things right, especially with God, our maker. Like, we need to make sure that we are representing Him to the fullest. And we can't do that all the while we're struggling with knowing what He's called us to do and we're still doing the opposite. Like, it don't work that way. If you want a healthy relationship with God and you want to do the things He's called you to do, that's what you need to do. Like, you can't expect things to work out. If you're in a bad relationship, you shouldn't be in, or you're doing things you shouldn't be doing. You can't do both things and expect to live a life and sleep well at night. Like, there should be something inside you that want to make it right with God. And Jesus made it right, but we have to have repentant hearts, and we have to be like, you know what, God, I messed up. It's not about everybody else, all the pointing and all the fingers. We can blame it on everybody else. But God, sometimes we just need to be like, you know what, I screwed up. God, forgive me, make it right in your sight, God. Touch my heart and my life and help me to not do it again, God. Help me to go forward and do what you call me to do.